And welcome to still another Frightfully Brilliant. And boy, do we have a show for you today. I mean, let's see, what are we going to do today? We're going to talk about the coolest old school Halloween toys and collectibles. This is a blast from the past. And speaking of that, we're going to have the 10 best books to read.
No, 10 best songs.
Oh, songs,
Books
yes.
were last time.
That's right.
We're done with
songs
Yeah.
to get into the Halloween spirit.
And not Monster Mash either.
No. All right, well, enough of what we are going to do. Let's talk about who we are. I'm, of course, David the Bruce, and right next to me is Ophelia. Say hi, Ophelia.
Hi.
Yeah. And really an actual more featured guest this time, Slappy.
He's so excited.
Woo, yes. And of course, Morticia.
Hi.
The center of it all, yes. Yes, and Ben Gomez. The faithful, wonderful, amazing Gomez.
Gomez the Ghoul.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the ghouls.
Today we are ghouls.
Yes. Well, you're more of a ghoul than Gomez.
He's so ghoulishly, Gomez.
A little play on word there. Okay, we are going to be back because it's
Frightfully Brilliant.
And we are back.
Ophelia, why are you dressed up?
Because I just went trick-or-treating. People do get dressed up for that, you know. Why are you dressed up?
We're dressed up for our show. We're doing a whole Halloween show, all different themes and areas of Halloween. So we should dress up for it or we would look silly. But trick-or-treating, it's still late September. Like, why?
I went last year on Halloween, and a lot of people were hating on me for not being a little kid. I really don't see why the brats get to have all the fun. So, this year, I decided to go out a month before Halloween, so hopefully people wouldn't complain.
So, did anyone actually have candy for you?
Well, obviously they did, Gomez.
Wow. Well, you know, little kids sometimes have a hard time on Halloween, too. It's not just the adults. But I will agree with you, Ophelia. I think adults should get to trick-or-treat, and they shouldn't have to go out of their way to pretend to have little kids like Gomez and I had to do once just to get to do that. I mean, dressing up in costumes is still fun no matter how old you are. Getting candy is still fun no matter how old you are. So people should not hate on you for wanting to enjoy life. I mean, Easter is still fun. I love getting a new dress and a bonnet and, you know, dragging dead rabbits around and looking for Easter eggs. It's fun. I didn't kill the rabbit. I just kept it after it died. It was my pet.
Roadkill.
And I mean, really, I love Easter, and people shouldn't. I think adults are on antidepressants these days because their childhood gets taken away, and you're given a message that life becomes boring when you grow up, and then they have nothing to do but get depressed. Dude, that's not right.
No.
Adults should get to keep having fun. Life should just keep getting better and better, and it's not right to exercise the myth that only good things are for children.
Yeah, preach it, sister.
So I'm glad you went trick-or-treating, Ophelia. But we had to pretend, because Gomez and I were ashamed. It was so sad. So we had to pretend that we had a child cousin. Our friend Charlotte came to visit us, and she's 4'9", yo. So we took her, we said, can we dress you up and take you trick-or-treating? And she's like, yeah. So we took her out, and these people know us in our neighborhood, so we couldn't say we had a kid. So we said, our little cousin's visiting. And, you know, we would go trick-or-treat, and then we would all get candy, and I would say thank you, Charlotte. And she would say, thank you, in this cute little voice. It was adorable. And it was special because Gomez is from Russia, so he had never gotten to trick-or-treat as a child.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait,
So
do they not have a similar custom there?
No, we were all atheists, so anything that had to do remotely with religion or any ritual or anything like that, that was frowned upon.
no fun was allowed.
Halloween was
No Halloween.
seen as religious.
Yeah. So
They still are kind of trying to boycott it. Like now things are better and they're trying to do it. But I'm trying to get Gomez to make a Russian Halloween song. He's getting lazy. Like put it on YouTube. But like so. Yeah, and they do. They make it like where you can't do anything. But we went trick-or-treating with her, and it was cool. Did you like that, Gomez?
yes, it was wonderfully naughty, like the way it's supposed to be, mischief on Halloween.
So you felt like you were being bad, so it was good. You liked it.
Yes.
Well, you know, you can, I mean, going back just about 3 paces there, I can see why communism didn't work over the long run. We used stripping away
Halloween,
fun things to
yeah,
do.
they're like, no.
You're stripping away the life out
Yeah,
of the people.
for
That
real.
ain't gonna work.
Preach it, brother.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But you know, Ophelia, sometimes kids have a hard time on Halloween. My other sister Annette and I went trick-or-treating once, and it was where we were living, it liked to rain every Halloween. It was like, I don't know.
A
But
conspiracy.
It was, and it was pouring down rain, so we're trying to go get our candy anyway. And we went to this posh neighborhood, but you had to go up this long hill to get to these houses. That's cool, except it was really rainy, and we had to go down the hill too. And we went down the hill, and we
Yeah,
slid.
You go down the hill, yeah.
And we fell.
Fell.
And I sort of kind of fell first and pulled her with me accidentally because I didn't want to let go of her. And yeah, so it was not really, yeah. So our pumpkins bounced like little orange pumpkin balls, and the candy fell out. And so we were very upset little kids. Imagine us sliding down the hill. I was a witch every year. I think she was dressed up like a cat. We're sliding and falling down the hill, wet rain, our candy bouncing. I was so upset and angry because we had gotten a lot of candy. I was a swearing little 6-year-old. Oh, I was upset. So that was our Halloween, and it was not fun that year, so I guess that can comfort your soul.
Yes, it does. Thank you for
Morticia
sharing
had
that
a
with
bad
me.
Halloween, yes. And I only got like a third of my candy that year because of the rain.
And you thought you had a bad Halloween.
We got more than hate. We got wet and rain. And that was...
Frightfully brilliant.
And we are back. And
There's a bag of treats.
yes,
for
a
Les.
bag of treats. I can't wait to see this. Now, you've got a label here. The coolest old school Halloween toys and collectibles.
And collectibles.
I'm anxious to not only see them, but to hear where the heck you get these.
Well, eBay mostly. eBay. Unless you were around back then, you could buy them in a store. Like if you were around in the 50s, you would get this cute little, this was a candy container. It didn't come with a top, so maybe there wasn't one.
Oh, yeah.
But it's a little cat, and he's got a pumpkin on his back, and the plastic kind of feels chintzy. I thought back in the day the plastic would be better, but the company is Rosen, and this was from the 1950s. And Slappy, I'm sorry, sweetheart. And this was from the 1950s, and you probably paid 50 cents for it, but I had to pay $20-some on eBay last year just for this, because it's from the 1950s. It's collectible, and it's Rosen.
I really like that. It's
And I'm not
cool.
bragging that, ooh, I was dumb enough to spend $50-some on this. I'm letting you guys know if you want one, you're going to unfortunately have to spend $50-some on this.
But it's an antique.
It is, and I love it. It's exciting to hold a piece of Halloween from the 1950s.
Yeah.
Trying to turn it around to get all angles. But he's a cute little cat.
Shiny.
Pumpkin, yeah. And it holds my flash drive when I'm at home. We work on our books and we put our flash drives in him. So that's what he does.
Perfect.
Yeah, he's my little creative meow meow. So we got him. We're trying to show different eras. So I'm trying to go in order. I have him in my little spell book. Let him go back in there for a second.
That's your, what did you call that?
It's a spell book. I'll get to
spell
that. It's
book.
from Dollar Tree. I'm trying to cover past and present. So we're going to show.
Spell book.
Yeah.
Later.
This piece of expensiveness is called Gregory, the big bad vampire bat. And you guys, if you see rubber bats hanging up, you know, with the little, like I had when I was a kid, it's just a rubber bat. They're still out now because I'm not that old. And they would hang up on this elastic, you know, in the middle, and it hangs around. That's all I had. But in 1979, you could get this guy in a big fancy Halloween box. He had a cool toy packaging from Mattel. And he's got really cool feet where you can hang him upside down by these little loops on his feet.
Oh, yeah, look at
Yeah,
that.
and back in the 70s, he had blood pumping action. So you could press back
Really?
here, and you would see this blood in his chest. He's got this hard plastic chest cavity because you could see his blood gushing, like, so he was
Oh, my
Gregory, like gory, you know, the big
part
bad
doesn't work
vampire
anymore,
bat.
right?
No, it doesn't, because it dried up. 'Cause it was
Dried
liquid.
up, Decades
long ago, yeah. And I got him on Etsy. Etsy for $100, and you're going, you paid $100 for a rubber bat, but dude, if you look on eBay, he's $600.
Ooh,
So
that's
if
what I
you're-
call an investment.
If you're watching right now and you say, I have to have that bat, unfortunately, you're going to pay $600 for him, but you might get his box. Grigori from 1979, you guys, the big bad vampire bat. Now we're going to bring out something from the 80s. We have two things from the 80s. One, I hope this shows because it's kind of little out of my trick-or-treat bag. It's a coffin, little plastic
look at
coffin.
there.
And in the 80s, it had candy in it that was shaped like little bones.
Bone
Little hard candy, kind of like Sweet Tarts, kind of, but they were each little bone. So you got a bone candy in this coffin. In the 80s, you could go in like a 7-Eleven type store and get one of these for like 50 cents or whatever. And you could keep your coffin afterward. It's nice and sturdy. And I take it, like if we're on vacation, put allergy meds in it or whatever, like I just take it for that.
Yeah.
But this is a Halloween toy from the 80s. It cost me 3 of them. The guy wasn't just selling one. I was fine with just getting one because I'm thrifty like that. But he was selling 3 of them for $30 on eBay. And there are Halloween, and it cost 50 cents when it came out. By the way, Grigori cost $5 in 1979. So I'm just saying, sometimes collectibles skyrocket like crazy.
Yeah, they do.
However, if you want to buy the Darth Vader, like 14-inch or 16 action figure from Star Wars from 1978, that's still $30. So go figure. I guess they made a lot more Darth Vader toys.
Yeah.
So you got this lovely coffin for, and then this one I brought just because I wanted to, because I'm strange. This is a beautiful ghosty, and I guess it's not Halloween, but it always was to me. It's Pac-Man Blinky. He's the big bad ghost from Pac-Man, and this is also from the 80s. It's a wind-up toy ghost of Blinky from Pac-Man.
Pac-Man gets involved in Halloween.
What is It's a ghost, and I love the scalloped little pointed edges on the sheet. They're little scalloped points. I love that. To me, that's how ghosts should look instead of the weird like pointed head and the weird tail-looking thing.
Yeah.
I just feel ghosts should look like this beautiful ghost. So I want to show him because he's also from the 80s. And since we have shown toys, this is the spell book. This came from Dollar Tree. It's a box, but it looks like a book. How perfect is that?
That's great, and it says ghost stories.
It
on
does, and
Yeah.
it looks like a book, but you put stuff in it, and I think that's the coolest. And that was from Dollar Tree. And so I'm putting my collectible back. But I wanted to bring a few new toys to show, to contrast the new with the old. So this is the Sugar Goblin. He comes with a book. If you have children and you don't want them to eat too much candy, the story of the Sugar Goblin says that goblins actually need candy and sugar to run their little town or world or whatever, and they're asking the kids for help. So share your candy with them, and then your kid doesn't eat too much candy. But they still get to have some, and it's a whole activity. You get to chill with the Sugar Goblin. And what I love most about this, there's lots of Halloween toys for children. They call it a Halloween tradition now. They're all coming out. Elf on the Shelf inspired all the Halloween people. So this is one of them. But I love this one because you always hear Halloween referred to as the time for ghosts, ghouls, and goblins. But you never see goblin toys. Have you noticed that? Or decorations.
That's true.
And so this is finally a goblin stuffed animal toy decoration for Halloween. So I was really excited when that came out just because of that. And that's how I discovered him, because I was online searching for Halloween goblins, because I always do. And you never see ghouls either, so Gomez and I are dressed as ghouls because you got to have the ghoul for Halloween. So that's one that's out now, and you can kind of see how it's different from the things that were out back in the day. And the final one that is another favorite of mine is, you know how last time we showed Living Dead dolls, Scarecrow, Isaac. This is Living Dead dolls, Salem the cat. Her hat keeps coming off. She is beautiful because she's a combination of a witch and a cat. And my sister Ophelia has a friend named Karen who collects dolls. So shout out to you, Karen. Here's the coolest doll ever because it's a cat and it's a witch. She doesn't have hair because she's a black cat. So her head is just, but her hat comes on and she's got these cute little cat ears on her hat. She's got a Salem style dress, and she came out, oh, her cloak's all turned around. Oh, Salem girlfriend, what's going on? She came out 2 years ago, and the Sugar Goblin came out around 3 years ago, I think. So yeah, those are just kind of a modern contrast to what's out now and what was out then. And while I'm on the Karen train, I want to give a shout out to our friend Karen because Salem did not come with a broom. So I said, it needs a broom, right?
Yeah.
And I was trying to make a good broom, and I bought one of those little ones that are made out of like twigs and stuff for like pagan altars or something. And she kept falling, so the broom would keep crackling and falling over. So that's not good. So I was complaining to my friend Karen, and I said, if you see a broom anywhere, I need Salem a broom. She goes, why don't you just get the wooden kind of paintbrush and DIY it into a broom? So I said, God, Karen, you're a genius. Thank you. And I did. Wooden paintbrush, wrapped it with Halloween washi tape. It looks all spooky, and it fits Salem perfectly. Uncle Infested cut the top off to make it long enough, and now she got her broom. Girlfriend got her broom. So
I hear a song coming on.
she's all witchy, and she's perfect now. So that is another newer Halloween toy. So that's just a look at collectibles, new and old, to get you guys in the spooky spirit. And if you want any of those, then they're on eBay, Amazon, all that good stuff, especially the two new ones. The Sugar Goblin comes with a book for you or your children. He's got Velcro hands where you can hang him. And Salem is Salem the Cat, Living Dead Doll, Halloween Series 32. And check on eBay, because sometimes they outrageous prices, and sometimes they're good if you just look around for a while. Because I had to browse before I found her for like $24.95, because she was like 60 and 80 a lot of times, and I'm like, no, no, no. But I just kept hunting, got it for $24.95, yes. And she comes in a little coffin box, kind of like your bag, that I customized. So very cute, and she doesn't really want to stay in a coffin, so she's out.
No, she's out.
But those, she's out of the coffin, out of the broom closet and the coffin, she's out. So those are our Halloween collectibles. We hope you guys enjoyed the glimpse into the past. We brought you back into the present with Salem and the Sugar Goblin, and
That was frightfully brilliant.
And we are back. Frightfully Brilliant.
back.
With Morticia and Gomez. I'm David the Bruce. And right now we're going to take a look at the We're Talking Song.
We'd like to
Take it
sing
away.
the words to sing. Okay. All right. You know, you love Monster Mash and Ghostbusters, or some people don't. I don't know. But, like, we wanted to do songs that are different. Songs that are spooky, but maybe you don't know about for Halloween in case you want to liven up your Halloween playlist. And we're thinking, well, some people like hard music. Some people like soft music. So we thought, what about if Goldilocks celebrated Halloween? She would like music in the middle. So we wanted to give everybody stuff that's not too hard or too soft, so you wouldn't say that you can't rock out to it, you know?
Yeah.
So these are all spooky yet party-worthy, dancey songs that will scare the bejesus out of you, even if you're not Irish. Okay. So the first one, you guys, I want to say you can find all these on YouTube. So take notes, quickly grab a pen or your cell phone or record me or something so you can look these up on YouTube and play them for your Halloween party and say, thank you, Morticia, I love you, and all that. Okay. The first one is The Ghost of Frankenstein by the Misfits. They're kind of a punk group, but this song is kind of different. And it's about, like, well, to me, it's like you following the Mary Shelley book instead of the movie, but they always show Frankenstein for Halloween, so I had to throw this on here. And it's kind of like the creation and the creator talking crap back and forth to each other, except the Victor is the ghost, and he's saying, I'm walking this world just to see you die, and the creation's like, you've done enough to me, screw you, like, you know, back and forth. And it's good. And when you come face to face with the ghost of Frankenstein, wah! So there's one. Number 9, because we're counting backwards because we roll like that. Number 9 is Gremlins by Leslie Fish. And if you're thinking Gremlins are a Christmas movie, yes, but Stripe is still scary, and he loves to dress up for Halloween. So this song is about gremlins, and it kind of tells the story of how gremlins came to be. And it's really cool. And, you know, Halloween things get weird, right? Spooky, so you think gremlins are in the wires. Yeah. So gremlins are great for Halloween. Leslie Fish, Gremlins. It's a bouncy little song. Gremlins everywhere. Like that.
How did Gremlins come to be in the song?
You have to listen to it and
have
find
to listen
out.
to it to hear
Humans, pay your dues. Feed us right or fight and lose. Got 2 paths and you get to choose. Gremlins everywhere. See, it's in your head. Go hear it. And then you'll hear the origins of how they came to be, because I'm not going to tell you. Ooh. Number 8. The Bloody Hammer by Rocky Erickson. Rocky Erickson,
Bloody Hammer.
He sings about horror all the time. This guy's amazing. He loves old horror movies, like the kind that we're thinking about for our Midnight Mayhem show. He writes about these movies. But this song is about an insane doctor and a baby ghost chained up in the attic and all kinds of creepy stuff. He never had the bloody hammer. And it's really eerie, and it's really cool. It just tells you a story that gets your imagination going. And Rocky Erickson has a melodious voice, beautiful guitar, and he's creepy. So R-O-K-Y. It's not spelled the regular way. Erickson, YouTube, check him out. The Bloody Hammer. Number 7.
Number 7.
Now, this isn't scary, but it's, you guys probably know this song, but you probably haven't thought about it for Halloween, but I'm going to tell you why you should. Moon Dance, Van Morrison.
Oh, wow.
It's a marvelous night for a moon dance, because it says October skies, the leaves are turning, you know, all that stuff. It's autumn. You're thinking about bobbing for apples and Halloween, and it just makes you want to dance under the moon, and that wild reverie, like the energy of Halloween inspires. Yeah, and people don't think about that, and I put stuff together for you. So Moon Dance, Van Morrison, Feel the Autumn. Number 6, another Rocky Erickson song. This guy is so genius that he wrote a song that consists of one line repeating over and over, but you will love it. He is
one line.
I walked with the zombie last night, and the guitar goes wow, 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 and he says it again, and you just keep singing it over and over, and it's good. But everybody's into zombies and their little zombie shows, so Rocky Erickson will take you on Halloween walking with the zombie, because he walked with the zombie last night for 3 minutes and some, and it's good.
Well, that would be a song to do Halloween with as you're walking
check
down
it out.
the street.
I walked with the zombie, wow, 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 wow.
I like it.
Yeah, check it out. I walked with the zombie, Rocky Erickson. Number 5, another song you may know, you may not have thought about for Halloween, Devil Woman by Cliff Richard.
Yeah, Devil Woman.
Just a devil woman. That's Gomez's song for me. It's so sweet. With evil.
Does he call
on
you
my
his
mind.
Devil Woman?
Yeah, with evil on my mind. Beware the devil woman. She's gonna get you. It's got a black cat in it that prowls the neighborhood, bringing guys back to the witch who's gonna give them a potion and screw them over. Lovely. And it's very Halloween evoking. It's bouncy. It's beautiful. Use it. Love it. Now, see, I got my cat right here. Yeah. And I love the line in Devil Woman, crystal ball on the table showing the future of the past. How beautiful is that? Oh.
Telling the future of the past. Yeah,
Isn't it cool?
Oh, it's great.
It's very Halloweeny and very evocative of imagination. Number 4. This is an Irish song that 1 million people literally covered, but only one version is good for Halloween. It's called Rickety Tickety Tin, and the cover is by the Women Folk. This was shown to Ophelia and I first by Uncle Infested. Yo, Uncle Infested! He's in the audience. We love you. And he said, you guys would like this. It's really sick and twisted. So I'm like, totally. And it's about this girl. And the way the Women Folk recorded this, it's on YouTube. Rickety Tickety Tin by the Women Folk. It's very, it's creepy. It sounds old. It sounds like it was from the 20s or something, because it was a live recording that didn't sound that good. So it's beautiful, but you still hear it really well. And it's about this girl who kills her family in really interesting ways. Like one time when she had nothing to do, she cooked her baby brother up in a stew. I mean, like, when she had nothing to do, not that she was mad.
Nothing to do, cooked her brother up in a stew.
One time, when she was in a fit of pique, she drowned her father in the creek, and the water tasted foul for a week, so we had to make do with gin.
Tricia, I've got bad news to tell you. We've only got about 4 minutes
All right,
left in
let's
the
go.
show. My gosh.
Let's
so
do
where
it
are we
fast.
at? Are we at number 4?
Let's do it fast.
Okay, number 3.
Gruagach, Heather Alexander. It's a song about goblins. It's very cool. Number 2.
Wait a minute. I don't know that we're going to be able to get to our last.
Okay,
last
Happy
little bit this
Phantom.
time.
It's a song by Tori Amos. It's about being happy when you're dead. The Happy Phantom. Number 1, Samhain, Heather Alexander. It's a song about Halloween because Samhain is an old-fashioned original name for Halloween. So check it out. It's creepy, it's beautiful, and frightfully brilliant.
And we're back. I don't know how much pretty news we can put in.
I can do it.
We are really tight on time.
Okay,
but
strange things
pay
that-
attention. Here it is.
Strange things that happen on Halloween. I'm going to talk fast.
Okay.
Have you guys ever noticed that really weird things can happen on Halloween? I sound like an auctioneer. Blah, blah, blah. Like my baby black cat Scorcher died on Halloween in the morning under my mom's car. It was very sad, but it was creepy because it was Halloween. My bird, the next year, I was picking up my bird's cage to move it, again on Halloween morning.
Oh, my
the
God.
handle was still in my hand. The cage just fell on the floor, hit the
Oh.
floor. But the bird lived, thank God.
Yes.
The bird was fine. She was good. But it was just creepy that happened on Halloween itself. And so one year, we went to trick-or-treat with my nephew, a little baby, and it rained out so bad the roads were flooded, so the poor tyke and us did not get to go trick-or-treating. That was the year we bought these costumes. So those are
Really?
weird things that happen on Halloween. It makes you think, why do weird things happen on that day? So it's frightfully
Brilliant.
Wow. Do you think that is? Do you think it really does happen more on Halloween?
Those are
or
weird
that
things,
people
and
are
why
looking
just that
for
day? Yeah,
things
it's the
on
veil is
Halloween?
thin. It makes the spirits are moving back and forth, and it makes things tricky. It's like tripwires.
Wow.
And just weird things can happen. It's weird. But my bird was okay at least, and that was
Yeah.
a year after my cat. So I was like, please don't let my bird die. And she was fine. She just kind of got scared, but the handle just fell off the cage. It's crazy. Why just that day of all days?
Yeah,
So,
why?
yeah. So it makes you think it's a delightfully spooky kind of thing, except for my cat Scorcher. He was a good cat.
Do you miss Scorcher?
I do. Well, his spirit stays with me and hangs out and possesses other cats. It's pretty cool. Sounds strange, but it's true.
Now, we have something coming up later on. It'll be another show. It's called Midnight Mayhem. You want to quickly give us a 30-second overview?
It's a show that's going to happen at night. It's going to be longer. We're going to do movies with our weird commentary in it and the things we think about while we watch movies because it's weird. And like our real life kind of reality stuff, like when we tried a ghost hunting app that I didn't believe in and it went bad. It wasn't cool for real.
Yeah.
Different weird things that happen to us that are weird and whatever David comes up with because he's frightfully brilliant. So I'm open to any of his suggestions as always because he makes this show what it is.
Yeah, we're going to do that from your hometown.
Yeah,
where you live,
we can
and
send you stuff and have you come do stuff and
Yeah,
come to
and
you and
maybe
do
from the
stuff here,
house.
like all kinds of stuff.
I'm very anxious to go through your house.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Who knows what you'll find?
I understand it's a one-of-a-kind house.
It is special.
Well, this has been great. And we're going to be back next week with another Frightfully Brilliant.